In the last video, we created the set background directive. Here we use this input and element ref. Then from the element ref, we got the native element. Then inside the style background, using the URL, passing in the background image. Now this background image is coming from this here, which is of type element, HTML element, and bg-image passed into the @input is from the Ion content. So now what we are going to do is we are going to create the function inside our home.ts file that is going to set this bg image value. Now in this video I added a download file. You can download it, add the images into your assets, then imgs images folder, or you can just create a new folder of yours inside the assets folder to include all of the images. Now these images, you can decide to get or use your own image. Maybe if you have any image or some images that are better than the one I provided, you can use them as well. So now what I'm going to do inside my home.ts, right here at the top, I'm going to create this variable right here, which is bg image, and it's going to be of type string. Now what I'm going to do next, create a function down here. It's going to be a variable function just like this. So I will say bg image, and it's going to take a parameter. The parameter is going to be this value we have here, this.nav params.get. We can either just copy this. I can just copy this, come right here, paste it, then use this value, or I'll pass in a parameter. Wherever I call this bg image, I'll pass this.location info. Maybe we could just leave this. So right now the first thing I want to do is, I explained previously that we have about 6, or we are going to use 6 different weather main conditions. So inside all of these different main weather conditions, there are different descriptions. So any description that falls in a particular weather group, then we are going to display the image for that particular weather group. So what I'm going to do is I'll say if this dot location info dot current dot weather at index 0 dot main is equal to rain. Now this is available inside the current object. Inside the current object we have this array which contains main property. Now if that main property is equal to rain, then what I'm going to do is I'll return ./assets/ if I go into my assets, I have the imgs folder, which is the images folder. So assets /imgs, then /rain.jpg, which is the name of the image. As you can see right here, I have an image called rain.jpg. Then the next thing, I'll use another else if. So I can just copy this out. So I'll copy this, paste right here, and I'll change this from rain to maybe clear. If it's clear, then I'll return. Let me copy this. This is going to be clear.jpg. So let me copy this out, then paste. If it's clouds, these are the different main weather conditions available. So under this rain, we could have light rain, we could have heavy rain, so depending on the description. But if the main weather condition is rain, whatever the description of the condition is, we are going to display this rain.jpg image. Then the next one is going to be clouds. Then I have, if I open my icon, I have clouds.jpg. The next is going to be drizzle. So this is going to be drizzle.jpg. Then after drizzle, I have snow and thunderstorm. So snow. Then the last one is going to be thunderstorm. Thunderstorm. Then this is going to be thunder. Now I can use an else statement. So if we have any other conditions or main weather conditions that are not described here, then I will just return clear. I will just return clear. So on your own, you can go ahead and look at the different conditions. We have other conditions like atmosphere. You can add it, look for the appropriate image to use. So if it returns anything other than any of these, we are going to return clear. So now that we have this BG image, what I'm going to do is I'll go into my Eon view did load right here. So after this.slides.push, I'll say this.bg image is equal to this.bg image. So whatever this method returns, whatever it returns, we are going to set it equal to this.bg image, and this this.bg image is what is added into our directive. So right now, if I save this, go back, these errors are as a result of when we added our directive and we had not yet used it. As we can see, for some reason the images are not being displayed. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to my home.ts. Instead of adding it inside the Eon view did load, I'll cut this out. First, let me cut this out or copy this, go into my constructor, paste, then I'll cut this one out from here. So I'm going to put it inside the constructor rather than inside the Eon view did load. So I'll say if this.location info, then we want to display this BG image. So take it out from the Eon view did load, add it to the constructor. So right now I'll save, then go back. I hope it's going to display the image at this point. Right now you can see we have a background image here. So let me try another city. You can see we have a different background image. If I try this, we have this background image. But now we can't see the background image properly. So for this header, I'm going to make this header transparent. So we are not going to have this border right here. So I'll go into my home.html. Then on the Eon navbar, I'll add the transparent property. So it's going to make the navbar transparent. Also on the header, I'm going to add no border. So we are not going to have this border right here. So on the Eon header, add no border. On the Eon navbar, add transparent. So I'll save this, then go back. Now you can see how it looks. I said previously that the image that I used, they are not the best of images, so you can look for your own image to use. But now you can see we have overcast clouds, and if I go back to the TS file, you can see here we said if the main group is clouds, whatever the description may be, we are going to display this image. So if I come here, click on London, London still has scattered clouds. If I go to Madrid, here you can see Madrid has moderate rain. So you can see it has a different image. So now with this, we can change the background image depending on the conditions we have right here. That is the weather conditions. So you can go ahead, use better images if you have them. So let me try and add another city. So maybe Lagos. So you can see for Lagos the background image that is being displayed, because the weather condition is under the clouds group and the description is haze. So you can just go ahead, try different weather conditions or add multiple weather so that you can see how the images changes. So from London to Madrid to Tallinn to Lagos, you can see the different weather conditions. So now we've been able to create and use this our directive, and also use this function we created inside our home.ts file. So what we'll have to do next is to begin styling these Eon cards we have on the home page.